From the blog of pickadirection.com. Learn to be more effective and efficient. Monotasking versus multitasking. Recently, I had my eyes and ears open to more and more business books, blogs, and podcasts to hear what experts are doing to be effective and efficient at their work. At the same time, I experiment with my own daily tasks and objectives to find out what works for me so I can get the most out of my days. Monotasking, the opposite of multitasking that requires us to focus solely on one task at a time without interruptions, has become a very popular trend. But I'm not 100% convinced it's the only way to get work done effectively and efficiently. On the other hand, multitasking forces us to split our efforts in order to get more done in a shorter period of time. Multitasking. When I entered the business world, I continually heard about multitasking from superiors, from professors, and even some business books. I put this art, as some might call it, into practice. I talked on the phone while I was typing emails, I texted colleagues while I was in meetings, and I had conference calls on speakerphone while I would continue to work on other projects. I divided my attention amongst multiple tasks in hopes of saving time to get more done in a day, like a well-oiled machine, or so I thought. Reflecting back on those days, I see that I was more efficient than I was effective. This was because those multitasking practices forced me to give half of my attention to each task, giving them both a subpar effort, but getting a lot checked off my to-do list at the end of the day. Each of us wants to be effective at our work, but we also have long to-do lists, so we need to be efficient to get it all done. What I've found is that we need a healthy mixture of effective, focused work mixed with efficient tasks to maximize our productivity. It's not an either-or question for multi- or monotasking. It's a when and where question to maximize our effectiveness and efficiency. Monotasking. As I've talked about, I start my day no later than 6 a.m. to read and write, getting the most important task for the day knocked off my list. My day starts out monotasking. There is no music or podcasts in the background, and my phone is silent until 8 a.m. When I write, I have to practice discipline to not check email or Facebook before my daily post is published. It's difficult to stay focused, but it's helped me stay disciplined in other areas. I eliminate all other windows, and I've set my bottom taskbar to disappear in order to give me as few distractions as possible on my screen. The only things on my desk, aka my kitchen table, are my laptop with no power cord, my mouse, and my coffee. I don't get up from my seat until my post is published, however long that takes. This is monotasking, not allowing distractions to creep in. We have to do it in quiet space and time with as few distractions as possible, or we won't be as effective. Some people will go into extreme monotask mode and put on a timer, close their office door, and knock out their tasks. I would recommend putting on a timer for 20 to 30 minutes, putting the phone on airplane mode, closing the office door, and selecting one task to accomplish. We amaze ourselves at how much we get done when we put all our effort into one thing and one thing only. Monotasking versus multitasking. As I mentioned, I used to juggle multiple tasks all day to get as much done in my quest for efficiency. That's the way my mind works. If I can do this while I'm doing that, I'll be done in half the time. Wrong. I have only learned the value of true quality work in the past few years. Too many times we attempt multitasking, we end up doing a piss-poor job of our work, and we need to go back and fix it. In the days I was multitasking my face off, I would regularly, almost daily, forget to attach things to emails because I didn't focus on the task at hand. I would have to go back and resend it with an attachment and a sheepish note saying I forgot it after someone replied all to ask about said attachment. Monotasking and multitasking. I have definitely changed my ways since then, but I still believe there are a few times we can effectively and efficiently multitask to get more done in a day. Today, I listen to podcasts or audiobooks while running and working out, cleaning the house, or driving. I'll check my Twitter feed, yes, this is work-related, on my elevator ride in my apartment or while waiting in line for coffee. And of course, I'll talk on the phone while walking, driving, or riding, and crashing, sometimes, my bike. Notice I didn't say emails. I batch all of those into certain times of the day. You can read more about that and 7 other productivity tips here. The bottom line is everyone works differently. I've found that the more I attempt to do, the less effective I will be at it. So if you're in need of great work, eliminate distractions and get focused. If you have a mundane task like listening to a conference call, then listen, but take a walk or clean your office so you don't just have to sit there and stare. It's okay to be efficient and effective sometimes.